Tuesday movement. Tuesday, I normally don't come online. I normally go to Pilates, but my Pilates teacher is on holidays this week, which is great for her. So we're doing a morning movement, drinking our lemony toxity drinky. Just get it down, Dora. Get it down. Stir it around. There's a lot of honey in this one today. A big chunk came out, so I just chucked it in there. Marie, if you're watching this, I do put pepper at the end because turmeric needs pepper to activate it. Yes, so put pepper on top at the end. Wash it down with a bit of water. All right. This is when. Hey, Kyle, how you going? How you been? How's your new truck going, Kyle? Hey, Kirsty, you're up late. Oh, you're waiting for Susan's live, aren't you? It's in 2 hours. 2 hours. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. We're waiting for my friend Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue always comes online when I'm doing shake your booty, shake your booty. No, she's not. She normally says shake, rattle and roll, and then I've got to go twist and shout like you did last summer. Twist and shout. Okay, we got it. It's all done. It's all mixed up. Oh. So guys, sunscreen. What about that sunscreen? I hate putting sunscreen on. Kirsty, I've talked about this to you before, haven't I? I really do want to make my own sunscreen. How's your day? Well, it's just started. It's 7:20 a.m., Kyle, in Australia. It must be Monday afternoon for you in America. And there's my friend Debbie Sue. I told you, Kirsty, she'd be there. Shake it up, baby, now twist and shout. Shake it up now, baby, now twist and shout. Okay, a little bit of sunscreen. It's still warm. Put that away. Okay, guys, I'm putting the phone down because I've got to drive. And Susan, good morning. Morning, Susan. How are you, mate? I have to ask, how many chickens is left? Please tell me at least 7 chickens. Please, 7 chickens and a rooster. 7 chickens and a rooster. 10 chickens and a rooster. 10 chickens and 2 roosters. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down. Susan can fill everyone in. Actually, Susan can fill everyone in on her own live. Because I know that that's probably... Ooh. Gee, Dora, you're going really close to the tree here. Give me a second, guys. I don't want to scratch the tree with my car. That wouldn't be good. All right, guys, I've got a 5-minute drive and I'm going to the beach. And while we're going to the beach, I'm going to drink my drink, okay? Shake it up, baby, now. Hey, guys, remember yesterday? Let me just pull over here right now. Remember yesterday we were looking at the free stuff on the side of the road? Guess what? The table's missing, right? Guess who went and picked up the table? Mel and I walked back last night. Let me put the phone down. And I showed Mel the table, and she's like, yeah, that's so retro. And we dragged it down the road back home. So, guys, it's getting cooler here in Australia every night. Oh my gosh. I know it's nothing like, my friends in Virginia where, Debbie Sue was still getting, storms and snowstorms happening. Kirsty's probably got the same weather as I am. Kirsty's in the UK. And I know my friend Susan, she's already got a fire, her wood fire going most days now because it's getting cooler and cooler in Victoria. But I'm in Queensland. I'm 2 states away. And it's called the sunny state for a reason, right? Because it is sunny. So, I just remembered, guys. Do you remember yesterday I left my shaker at the beach? Guess what? It's still at the beach. Crap. I wonder if it's still there. Who reckons my shaker? I left my shaker at the beach when I went walking yesterday. Who thinks my shaker's going to still be there? I reckon it's going to be still there. I tucked it under the stairs. So I'm frantically going to drink this so I don't lose this one. I'm stuck at lights, guys, and I'm frantically drinking this. I'm nearly done. So Debbie Sue, I was going to do a silent live this morning because normally when I have Pilates and I don't go to Pilates for different reasons, it's like a bonus live. I normally don't come live. So I was actually going to do a silent live. But I've obviously started talking, right? So that kind of killed that. Ooh, I'm just driving past a house that's getting moved, guys. Oh, actually, no, it's not getting moved. No, don't worry. I'm just being a drama queen. It was a big truck and it had a big, like, bin at the back of it, like a massive bin. I thought that was moving a house. It wasn't moving a house. All right, we're going to park exactly the same place where we parked yesterday. I can see the stairs. Okay, who thinks my shaker's still going to... Just doing a Yui. All right. Okay, how many thought my shaker's going to be there? Still there. Hey, Hippo, how are you going? How are you in Scotland? Scotland. Okay, we're leaving this one in the car so we don't lose this one. Now, keys. Hat. That's what I need, hat. Okay, hold on. Let me leave my thongs. My God, my thongs. My flip-flops, guys. My thongs. Thongs. In the car. A hat. Oh. I actually think I don't need my jumper either. It's quite warm out here now. Okay. Let's get rid of the jumper. Let me show you what we're looking at today, guys. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just fighting with my jumper. Go. All right. So welcome to my local beach, guys. This is Redcliffe Peninsula. This is Moreton Bay. Beautiful bay. Island across there is Moreton Island. You can go snorkeling over there. There's some beautiful wrecks that they've sunk, and the water's quite turquoise over there. It's lovely. I haven't been over there for a long time, actually. The last time I went over there was with my ex partner. Oh my gosh. Oh crap, guys, it's not there. Okay, it might. It looks like it got wet last night, guys. Looks like the tide went all the way up. I've intentionally littered, guys. Oh no, it's not there. I may find it on the beach somewhere though. Damn it, guys, I listed it accidentally. All right, well, now, if I was a little bit of a shaker, would I go up the beach or down the beach? Because you never know, I might actually find it. I'm going to go this way. Oh, actually, I completely forgot, God, I'm sidetracked, guys. I completely forgot to do my jumping for joy. I'm sidetracked. Hey, Mike, how you going, buddy? Tripod? Oh, a little bit close there. Okay, hold on. Oh, the sun's that way. There you go. Yep, and there's some people at the walking along laughing at me. Like I care. Oh, well, good morning, guys. Welcome to Thirsty Tuesday Movement. That's what I've called it. Thirsty Tuesday Movement. We are looking for our shaker that we left on the beach yesterday. By accident, guys. We didn't mean to litter. Really didn't mean to litter, especially because it's plastic, right? And I hate plastic being, left in the ocean for the poor turtles and I know it's not my fault. I accidentally did it. Accidents do happen, but, we find lots of accidents on the beach that, probably were intentionally happening, like rubbish and, especially lolly lappers. Especially I like, grandparents, parents, they take their kids to the beach after school, which is fine, right? But they give them lollies, and then the lolly wrappers go on the beach and then into the ocean. And we've, talked about the little turtles that pop their heads up here and then into the turtles' mouths. Guys, that's a nice camper. Hey, Mike, is that not a nice camper or is that a nice camper? Man, I wish I had money I could gift you a camper. I wish I had money that I could gift myself a camper like that. That is my goal, guys, to get something like that you can drive. I don't want a camper van that you can, like, tow. I'm not into a towing camper van. Not into that. But something that you can live in or travel in and drive in. That'd be cool. Turtle heads. Okay, Hippo, I know where you're going with that conversation. I was actually meaning a real turtle head. Mind out of the gutter, Hippo. Mind out of the gutter. This is a family show. Family show. Not really. I'm not really aimed at children. Children really probably don't find me amusing at all. They probably find me very, very weird. And like I care. Like I care. Oh, guys, we're going to up the tempo. We're going to walk a bit faster because this is movement, guys. Susan's got here. All of us are weird in our own ways. Well, Susan, there's a reason why you and I are mates, because we're both weird, right? The shit that we say to each other and the shit that we call each other about, like, oh, this happened today, la 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 la. Yeah, you know, this is why we have friendships, right? Because we're alike. As Susan, sorry, as Debbie Sue said yesterday, kindred spirits. Susan, I did you used to watch or read the books Anne Green Gables? Sorry, guys in the chats, they're like, what are you talking about this stupid show again? Sorry, it's a girl show. Guys don't get it. I get it. That's okay. Just close your eyes for a minute. Close your ears. Debbie Sue, calling Debbie Sue. Yeah, we can be weird together. course we could be weird together. But Susan, I was talking about you yesterday, actually. I said, I bet you any money Susan used to read Anna Green Gables too. And Hippo's got here. That's one of the books I read constantly at school. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a great, isn't it great? I was talking about it yesterday because Debbie Sue and I were talking, and I said, Debbie Sue, you and I, we're aligned. And she goes, we're kindred spirits. I went, oh my gosh, kindred spirits. That reminds me of the show or the books, Anna Green Gables. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite books. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so, I love those stories. My childhood would not have been my childhood without Anna Green Gables. Such a great thing. And I said to Debbie Sue yesterday, I'm going to try to get the books and reread them. Hey, Philip, how you going, buddy? Does anyone know? Oh, Pollyanna. Yes. Yes. I used to call myself Pollyanna because Pollyanna's like adventurous. Like she did adventures and she had pigtails. Or am I thinking about Pippi Longstocking? What's the difference between Pippi Longstocking and Pollyanna, Susan? When you don't have children, you kind of don't remember know these things very well. It was a long time when I was a child. Philip says, I love watching Anna Green Gables. I never read the books. Oh, I'm impressed, guys. I take that back, guys. I take that back. Sorry. Let me go back. Rewind. For everyone, not just for the females in the chat. Anna Green Gables was for everyone. I love that. Oh, that is so cool. What was the guy's name in Anna Green Gables? Can anyone remember any of the other names of the other characters in this movie or the show or the book? Anna Green Gables. So Hippo's got here Anna Green Gables. My friend, what? Flock. A little house on the prairie and in the big woods. My girlfriend. Okay, right, yep. Pollyanna brings back memories with grandparents. Oh, that's lovely. Gilbert. Yes, Debbie Sue, Gilbert. Oh my gosh, guys. Diane. Oh, I don't remember. Is Diane the friend? Was she the friend? Gilbert Blythe. Yes. Gilbert Blythe. Wow. Yeah. Okay, guys. We talk about having adventures every day. Now, that's what Dora likes to do, having adventures every day. This is one of my adventures. I'm going to take you on, right now. Let's go. Oh, hello. Okay, we're not really going to go up far, okay, guys? Just show you something, okay? I'm just going to try to do something. Oh, we're going to create a jumping for joy shot with a border. Let me just go back a little bit more. Is there a border? Yeah, there's a border. Okay. Let me shuffle back out. Okay. Can you see me? Okay. Oh, what? Oops. How low can you go? All right. How was that little adventure for you guys? I love jumping for joys in there. I don't know. I like frame shots, right? I liked having a jumping for joy with frames. I don't know if you remember last year, guys. I was Susan's Matthew Corbett. I love Matthew. He was one of my favourite sweeties. Kirsty, I am so glad you know who Pollyanna is. He really is. I was gutted when he died. I still cry over it. Me too, Susan. I was lucky to grow up with books. Oh my God, Debbie Sue, you know Pollyanna also. I'm so glad. Can someone remind me the difference between Pollyanna and, oh, look, there's a crab. Pollyanna and Pippi Longstocking. Have I lost everyone? I think I probably have. Can someone tell me if the live is live? The phone just went through a reconnection, so I may not be live. I mean, it says I'm live, but I might not be live. Oh, we are here. Okay, cool. Different characters. But they're not from the same show, are they? They're completely different shows. Pippi Longstocking is a completely different show to Pollyanna. Pollyanna was a book. So I'm back working at the op shop today. So I was looking for Anna Green Gables yesterday, the books or a DVD. I didn't actually look if it's on Netflix. So she's a bit soft down here at the moment, guys. I lost sound. Yeah, guys, did you see my jumping for joy in the um when I went down the little tunnel, the stormwater drain? Or is that when it cut off? It's probably when it cut off. Oh well. You know what? It wouldn't be an adventure if my phone didn't reconnect, right? Just seems to be a typical day on a live with Dora that she reconnects. Pippi Longstocking, red-haired girl that communicated with animals. Right. And Pollyanna? You know, once we're talking about old shows, you know, one of my favorite old shows was Swiss Family Robinson. And it was obviously it was a book too, obviously. That's the original by Robert Louis Stevenson. I'd actually really like to get that book actually. Debbie Sue, Susan, Kirsty, I bet you any money you guys have read that book. Swiss Family Robinson. I actually reckon many guys have too. Because it's like Mike's an adventurer too, right? So Mike, Swiss Family Robinson was like the original adventure story, right? Like this family living in tree houses. Oh, always, always loved tree houses. I'd love to know in the chat how many people had a tree house growing up. I had a little makeshift tree house in my front yard. My dad put it in a camper floral. No, camper floral? That's a tree, isn't it? Camper floral tree. It was an upside down chair used as a base. And that's what it was. It was an downside. It was a chair upside down in the root of the tree, in the base of the tree up the top. So we'd climb up it. And my same friends that lived 2 doors down, Anne and Carmen, who I used to watch Anna Green Gables with and read the books and exchange the books with, we used to climb the tree all the time. It was such an amazing childhood. I really do feel sorry for kids these days that they grow up, not climbing trees, having tree houses, you know, running around in the backyard playing mud pies. God, I had a great childhood. Not a computer in sight, not a phone in sight. It was amazing. Now I can't put down the phone. Okay, so Kirsty, you're saying that Swiss Family Robinson was one of your favourites too? Pippi Longstocking is from a book originally. She is Swedish. Really? Yeah, okay. Pollyanna is an American, also starred in a book. Yep. So Pippi is Swedish, Pollyanna is American. Thank you. Loud and clear. Look at this little kind of drain pipe that naturally has just come from the stormwater drain there here. Meow. Okay, stop. Sorry guys. Disconnect. I am what if oh my god. I don't know why I can't talk some days, mornings. Oh, I think there's a lot going on in my brain. Oh, I've got some guys, I just had a phone call come through. Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me still? I just had a phone call come through. And when a phone call comes through, it cuts your live feed microphone. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, cool. Susan has the books. Yes. Swiss Family Robinson, we're talking about. Love Swiss Family Robinson. You know what? I've actually said to Diego, I mean, you know, you're a builder. You built the bloody house. Can you not build me a tree house? Can you imagine a tree house in the backyard? And I could just sit up there and have cups of tea and invite my friends over to have cups of tea and maybe occasionally a wine. Can you imagine an adult tree house? I actually think that's a great money making, like a legitimate business, building tree houses for adults. I mean, how many adults, right, probably dreamed of having a tree house, but, you know, as an adult, you know, you can't have a tree house. That's for children. Oh, stuff children. Why do children have all the fun, guys? And, you know, when you're an adult, you have the money to put together, you know, to pay for a tree house. I do know why it's not popular, because you actually need permits. They're actually, you know, tree houses are not exactly the safest things, right? I remember the tree house I had in the front yard. I remember my friend Carmen and I were swinging on one of the limbs, like doing gymnastics on one of the limbs, and it broke. So that was the only way we could get up to the treehouse. I think then we just got a ladder from my dad, and then we climbed up the tree with a ladder and then into the treehouse, which, you know, really couldn't sit down on, but, you know, we'd play on. And I think that's the best thing about, you know, when you're children, right? You improvise, you find different ways. I love that. Okay, guys, I'm walking back. I just realized the time. I actually have to go via my house this morning. I did a live last night making my salads, even though I normally do it on a Sunday night. I did it on a Monday night so that I know when I make my salads for the week, like meal prepping, I find that I make better decisions in the health department through the week. You know, there's not a lot I can change at the moment, guys, in my life. Like, you know, it is what it is. I live in a camper van, you know, I don't have access to a toilet easily. I am always wanting to wee. I drink too much tea at night time, and it's too cold at night time, so I lie in my bed, huddled up, wanting to pee for hours, which is really, really bad for you. And I know I always go back to the conversation of toilets, guys. This is why I talk about toilets, because it's a reality for me. Oh, I was going to tell you yesterday, guys. The plumbers came yesterday, and guess what, guys? We have a toilet in our house. You know how exciting that is? We have a toilet.
A flushable toilet. I couldn't use it though, yeah, yesterday. The glue was still wet. They had to glue it up to the tiles and all those things. But I could flush it. I flushed my toilet. It worked. It's very, very exciting, guys, having a toilet. This is a simple things in life, right? A toilet is like, you can't get much more simpler than a toilet, but you can't get much more grateful with having a toilet because I'm looking up to the right of me. There's like a bit of a tent city, and these are homeless people. They don't have a toilet there, guys. There's no toilet. So, you guys hear me talking about toilets and dancing in toilets. There's a method to my madness, is that toilets, I'm so grateful for a toilet. Not everyone has access to a toilet. You think about it, people in refugee camps or in just people displaced in this world, right? They're in refugee camps and they don't have toilets. Sanitation is disgusting in these places. I mean, I don't know firsthand, but I've heard, and you've got mothers pregnant. I mean, I've never been pregnant, but I believe I've heard that when you're pregnant, you want to pee even more because you've got a lot of humidity in your body pushing down on on your bladder. So can you imagine, not having access to a toilet? And here I am talking about how in my camper van, we don't have a toilet, but I just have to walk, 50 meters into my friend's house and I have a fully functioning toilet. I mean, I'm very, very grateful. So, I'm not sorry, guys. It's not my fault. I don't know what's going on. Normally, I can walk down this beach and have no issues in the world. Today, we have issues. But you know what? Is it really that much of an issue? I'm sorry that, as you guys watching the live stream, it disconnects for a little bit, but I guess these are the first world problems. And I think, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I can't change it. It is what it is. Hey, seagulls. How are you? Look at that. Look at a little seagull on a green mossy rock. That is really beautiful. Okay, keep walking, Dora. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Let me know when I come back online, guys. Oh, and that's a different spot that I did a reconnection at. So I don't know what's going on this morning. There is a bit of like big crane there. Maybe that is blocking some signal. Who knows? We have someone, Mike from New Zealand. We have another Mike to the house. Hello. G'day, mate. Cousin from over there. I'm over I'm over the pond in a place called Redcliffe. Mike, welcome in. You can hear me? I don't know. I just went through a reconnection, so I'm not sure if I'm actually live. Kia ora. Susan says, Kia ora. Kia ora, cousin. Susan's my cousin from Victoria. So welcome, Mike. You've got cousins in Australia. I'm sure you've got a few cousins in Australia. And we have Matt. Welcome, Matt. Matt from Cheshire. Cheshire, the Cheshire cat. That was my English accent. Not very good, but anyway. I'm back. Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. I was talking about toilets. Probably a good time to stop talking about toilets. Not everyone loves talking about toilets, but I do. I could talk about toilets all day. Oh, there was a funny story. Okay, can't help myself, guys. What was the story yesterday that I read? Not read, but heard. I don't know. It's lost. It's lost it on me. There was a funny toilet story. Good morning. Only dropped out for 30 seconds. Okay, right. Wow, there you go. Interesting. There's a good chance when I get to the stormwater drain, I'm going to drop out again, just because that's where the last dropout was. No more toilet short. Oh my gosh, come on, guys. What's wrong with toilet talk? Come on, it's natural. All right, guys, we were talking about tree houses. We were talking about tree houses. Who as an adult would love to have a tree house? Hands in the air. I know I would. Maybe I could get my mum. Like maybe we could make one at my mum's house. Because like illegally, right? So don't dog on me. Because yeah, in Australia here, everything has to have a permit, right? You build a garage, you have to have a permit. You build like a granny flat in the backyard, you have to have a permit. Everything has to have a permit, which goes through the council, which means money, right? And I guess I know. I mean, it's for our own sake, right? Like, if these guys building that building there didn't have a permit, you could have all these cowboys like Dora, opening up Dora's construction site. Doesn't have I don't have a building, I don't have a building background, but like, oh, I'll just hire a few people. Yeah, they look like they've got builders experience. Okay, let's build a building, and then it falls down, right? And someone gets hurt. So I get the reason for the permits. So, but they, like when you're building a tree house, you're just having a little bit of fun in a tree, right? But I guess it's also like if you fall out of a tree, it could hurt you, right? Especially as an adult, I guess, right? You're not 30. But you know what? There's no fun in acting your age, guys. You know, just live in the moment. But at the same time, safety is always, safety first. Like when you see me do my jumping for joys, you see me looking at the ground because I'm making sure that I'm not going to end up on a stone or, in soft sand and twist an ankle. So, I am looking at that kind of stuff. So I guess, if you're going to build a tree house, do the right thing, get a permit. Don't listen to Dora. I always say, don't listen to whatever I say, do the absolute opposite. I know shit. I just have a whole pile of crap in my mouth that I just talk. And then I ramble. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, guys. I'm just saying, take what I say as a grain of salt. That's what I always say when I'm doing my, my push-ups and my sit-up, my triceps and stuff like that. Disclaimer, don't follow me. Seek your own advice from your doctors. It'd be stupid to follow exactly what I do, right? I'm me. And, you are you. We all have different physiological makeup. So, guys, I'm worried about a girlfriend of mine, right? Let me tell you the story. My friend, she, when she was born, she had some issues with like cystic fibrosis, all those kind of, CP kind of things. But she's like one of these mentally strong people that I don't know what she does, but she's like, I don't care about that label and I'm going to, do me. So what she did, hold on, is that my car? No, that's not my car. Oh, look at that car, guys. See that car there, guys? It looked like my car. And I'm like, wait on, I didn't park here. How the hell's my car got down here? Okay, sorry, guys, I'm sidetracked. It's not my car. So anyway, she's one of these very, very mentally strong people. She's like, I'm not going to be labeled. And she did all this treatment, all this stuff. And basically, she's like an ultra marathon runner, right? She's about 50. Don't know exactly how old she is. Around about 50 age. She's Australian, but she's living in the UK now. Her parents are from the UK, and she's married a guy from the UK. And she is an entrepreneur. She's had all these businesses. She's like in her PhD in psychology. So she's pretty much a doctor, right? A doctor of mental health, all these businesses around about happiness And, in workplaces, you should be has more than 100 happiness officer that organizes kind of fun days, every month so that, it's team building, all those kind of things. Anyway, I'm rejoicing. But anyway, she does a lot of ultra marathons. And she also wants to, um, there's like 8 big peaks of the world, like Everest, Kilimanjaro, K2, all the big mountains in the world, right? She's done about 3 of them already. She hasn't done Everest. She was training for Everest, and then COVID hit. So she's mega fit, right? Mega fit, runs, jumps, very, very fit. She's a climber, right? To climb like Everest and Mount Kilimanjaro, all those big ones, you need to be very good at climbing. And she's like that. Anyway, she just recently got a caravan and she was living her best life. She was on the road in Europe in a camper van with her dog, Happy. Her dog is named Happy. It's very cute. Her husband stayed in the UK because he's still working and he was just going to ship in, kind of fly in, fly out and meet up with her. She'd been on the road for about a month. She went for a walk with her dog on kind of a rocky output. She fell over. She fell onto her knee into the rock and it went straight into her knee and it's like completely broken her knee apart. I don't know what you call it. There's a particular name for your knee parts. She's completely fucked it. She stood like she was like on the ground, like holy shit. And it's winter time. It was last. I think it was about September last year. So it was kind of like um the start of winter, and I think she was in Switzerland, so it's like cold as shit there, right? So anyway, someone found her on the ground. They were going to call the ambulance, but they didn't because she didn't want her dog to be stuck in the van by herself, right? 'Cause she was by herself. If they called the ambulance, the dog would have to be stuck in the van, and she doesn't know how long she's going to be in the van for, right? So she said, no, 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 no. Um, just get me back to the van, and I'll call my sister because her sister lives in Spain. So her sister was like about, I don't know, 6 hours away or something. So she's going to ring her sister, even though she's in massive pain. She's probably in shock. Anyway, let me just fast forward. Okay, we're like 6 months later. Okay, she obviously was fine, not fine, but like she went to hospital. Her sister came, saved the dog. She's gone back to the UK. Now, this person is like me, right? She's jumping, walking, she's into everything, right? And now she can hardly walk. And I'm very, very worried about her mentally because I keep on reaching out to her. Like she always sends me messages. She's like, oh, send me photos, send me photos. What'd you get up to today? I'm living vicariously through you, Muriara. That's what she calls me, Muriara, right? She knows my name's Dora, but she knows my real name is Muriara. She's like, I need photos, I need videos, I need to know what you're doing. She goes, because I can't do any of those things right now. And of course I send her photos and stuff, right? But I want to know about her. And I'm like, mate, what's going on? How's everything going with the knee? What's the rehab like? What is the doctor saying? I'm asking all the questions, right? And she does not answer. She answers, but she answers back to me like, hey, what'd you do today? Hey, I literally like that photo. That turtle was really cool. Hey, that was fun. Where are you going next? All that kind of stuff, right? But she won't answer. And anyway, she answered me the other day because I kept on saying, hey, I know you want to know about my day, but I really want to know what's going on with your knee. And she goes, I don't want to talk about it. So have you got some advice for me, girls or guys? Because, she's a good friend of mine. I'm going to bring out a video of her and I's friendship because we only met once. We've been kind of internet friends and we met once. I was in Brighton Beach and I shared all my stories. This is kind of the friend she is, right? I shared all my stories. I was in Brighton Beach and she was like 6 hours away from Brighton Beach where she lives. She sends me a message and she goes, hey, what are you doing for breakfast tomorrow morning? I said, I don't know. I said, I'm going out for breakfast somewhere. I want to have an English breakfast. She goes, okay, I'm going to meet you. She goes, I'll meet you at 6 o'clock. I'm like, mate, you're 6 hours away. She goes, no, 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 it's okay. I love to drive. She drove like 6 hours or something. Maybe it wasn't 6 hours. Maybe it was like 3 or 4 hours. But like in the early morning to meet me. and we had a beautiful English breakfast, and then we went to the Brighton Pier. So you guys are from like Kirsty and Hippo, a few of you guys are in the UK, and Matt, you're familiar with the Brighton Pier. The Brighton Pier is a really cool, I guess, jetty, and they have an amusement park out there, and we had so much fun playing in the amusement park, riding a merry-go-round. It was so beautiful. And I will one day make a video of that. But anyway, so anyone's got any advice for me? Because I'm really worried about her mentally. Like she's obviously not in a good place. I mean, she's done all the PhDs and all that stuff about mental health, but she's living it right now, and there's nothing she can do. Like her knees sounds like it's proper fucked. Got some advice for me, guys? Oh, just ignore the people that don't think it's a beach, man. Who cares what they people think? I don't care what people think. So, guys, I'm about to jump in my car. Does anyone have any advice? All right. Well, that was a bit of morning movement.
$9.90 now from $56.990 drive away.
You'll have to think about it, Susan. Thank you. Keep reaching out. Hey, Miss G, how you going? Hey, guys, I've got to go. I'm literally late. I'm late. I'm always late. I'm going to put the phone down while I quickly say goodbye. Yeah, appreciate it, Susan. If you can, yeah, think about something. I mean, like Debbie Sue said, just keep on reaching out. Maybe not ask the questions about the knee. I mean, she'll tell me in good time, I'm guessing.
It's proper fucked. So I'll just keep on sending her photos, right? And videos. I think that's all I can do, right? But, it's a painful reminder that, it doesn't matter how fit and healthy you are, accidents happen, right? Health and safety first. I mean, I often am walking on rocks, and now I think about it a little bit more about if I fell, how do you fall? She fell, like my dad used to always say to me, if you fall, because I'm quite a lanky kind of person, I'm tall, I've got really long legs. And my dad used to say to me all the time, when you fall, you got to fall on your arm, because he said, you can afford to break an arm, you can't afford to break a leg. That's what he used to say to me. I don't know if that's true or false, if that's a good idea or not, but he used to always say, if you're going to fall, don't fall front ways, because you're going to knock your teeth out. That will be very expensive. Or break your nose, or in this case, break your knee. But yeah, he says, fall on your side. Though in saying that, if you fall on your side, you're going to hurt your hip, right? So there's probably no good way to fall, right? I mean, our friend Evie just had a fall in her bathroom, and she hurt her arm. She broke her arm. Poor love. Anyway, sorry to bring this down to a downer, but end of the day, I use my platform, a live stream, as my sounding board a lot of the time, guys. My friendships are very important to me. I love my friends, and a lot of you guys in the chat are my friends, guys. On different. I mean, some of us, speak to each other quite regularly. Like Susan and I speak to each other quite regularly. I'm not saying that anyone's a better friend than anyone else, but what I'm saying is that I value my friendships, and I love my friends. And when someone's upset or hurt, like Susan yesterday, there's a lot of stuff going on with Susan. Actually, guys, in an hour and a half, so about 90 minutes, guys, 90 minutes, Susan, High Country Homestead will be going live. Guys, is that correct, Susan? I'm sure I've got that right. 9:30 a.m. Queensland, Sydney, New South Wales, and Victoria time, 9:30. So 90 minutes, guys. Or just under 90 minutes now, guys. I'm sure I've got it right. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, see you in the live. I'll be there in spirit. Okay, I'll be working, but I'll chuck a little sickie, not a sickie, but like a little play hooky a little bit and see what's going on. Okay, see you guys. Hey, CL, sorry, see you, CL. Bye. Oh, Paul's there too. See you, Paul. See ya. Oh, there's Laura in there too. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but anyway, I've got to go to work. Bye.